Long ago, in the ancient time, lies the two biggest mysteries that for ages, nobody can discover the truth. One of those mysteries have finally been answered for about a year ago, but the others still remain. The mystery that tied to the league of a godlike being. All of them possess a powerful yet equal power. Also it seems, among 7 of them, one stands above all others in both might and fame. Through countless battles, this deity still remains as the best of them all. But while many worship her, use her as their strength and guidance, many of them still don't know why. Why is she so powerful? Why is she everywhere? Why Shiva? Seriously though, I've been following this game for almost 3 years now and have watched how the game evolved over time, but no matter how consistent or bullcrap the meta of this game has become, this bitch keeps coming back every freaking time I try to use all the summon, all the teammates just force me to use her anyway. Why? Why do people pick her so much? Are you guys getting salty that you didn't see as many tits in this game cause this game was developed by Team Ninja? If that's the case, just go play Call of Darkness! And don't you think you'll get away with this, Square? You know it full freaking well. In her boss fight, she separated herself in 2 because you know that every match in this game has 2 Shiva, and in Kingdom Hearts 3 there are Dissidia NT Easter egg as a summon action figure in Toy Story World, and every summon was there. Except Shiva. And no, it's not because she would be inappropriate in a Pixar movie, it's because people use her so much they can't even make an action figure in the fictional world anymore. So tell me, why? Why do the legendary knight on the 6-legged horses, a giant castle with thousands of lasers and missiles, and even a motherfucking Dragon King got ignored, but this Hindu god of destruction in the form of Japanese naked Elsa gets so much attention? So why not just answer that question here? So yeah, this is sort of like a sequel to Where's Lionheart video, but instead of being fine with Lionheart missing due to my sick sadistic desire of want to keep this meme alive, in this case I wish this meme die as fast as possible. Summon is one of the major parts of this game. There are like 4 players that can contribute to the team victory. Each 3 players can choose the right summon for different team comp and use them effectively. Well, the latter part was true, but the whole different team comp, not so much. Ever since the launch of the arcade, when there are already 5 summon and then Alexander and Bahamut was come out later, 90% of the time there will always be that one summon that has over 80% pick rate. Like literally everyone picked them. First it was Odin for a while, and then Shiva and Ifrit shared the spot together as a couple, and then Alexander is out and he got his glory for a while but got nerfed pretty quickly, goodbye Castle-kun. And then for a good while Shiva dominated the meta again. Until the huge change to Ramu and Leviathan, then Ramu finally beat Shiva for a great margin for a good while. Oh, if you wonder, Leviathan is still at the bottom despite being parallel to Ramu. Goodbye Snake-chan. But of course, Square nerfed him later cause honestly he's really ridiculous even for me. During that time though, Bahamut was released and was used by a decent amount of players, not too much, but his buff is really strong for a certain character. But you guessed it, it got nerfed pretty quickly again. And after that Shiva just come back again, and then she's never leave. Seriously, even after one more nerf to her and NT release, she's still on the top. Which if I remember it correctly, it has been almost a year now. After that, barely any change to summon at all. Like seriously, does this look like a good meta to use Square? So right now in particular, why she's so strong? Well, here's my take on why she's better than other summon most of the time. Also, before I go into this, huge thank to MadSlingshoter who made a breakdown video on summon recently. If you want in-depth summon analysis like a lot better than the one I did 2 years ago, go check him out. He also do the guide for other aspects of the game as well, down to the little number. Seriously, he needs more sub. Anyway, I will separate this analysis into 2 parts, summon attack and summon buff. Let's start with the lesser reason why she's powerful first. Every summon has 2 attacks that use around 3 times before finish with 1 super move. All of them deal mostly around the same damage except for Leviathan, but they have a different way they attack. 2 standard attack consists of 1 multiple target attack and 1 single target attack. And the multiple target one can also be either target all 3 opponents individually or big AoE that try to hit everyone. By that I mean a single big straight line attack. Shiva multiple target attack fall to the latter category and is not that different from other straight line attack. A bit harder to see maybe, but aside from that there's nothing special. Her single hit is a random multiple AoE attack, which similar to Odin, but knock enemy upward instead of diagonally. Nothing too special as well, but the thing that I didn't tell you is that Shiva technically have the third attack, an ice trap. Both of her standard attack will leave a several ice trap on the ground. It doesn't deal any damage, but touching it will freeze you for around 1.7 seconds. Now to be real, this thing is really easy to dodge. Just jump before you move around and there we go. And maybe beware some different height of terrain here and there, cause sometimes you might run into them without any notice. And because it's on the ground, not that many characters can utilize that aside from Sedan and maybe other characters who have like a knockdown ability. But when you get hit by that, well, it's pretty much a free mini goal-based EX skill, and you're likely going to die if opponents keep track on you, and she's the only summon that have this kind of special effect too. To be fair, some other summon have other better property in their attack. Ifrit mostly have faster attack, Alexander have moving laser, etc. But after we got a summon battle in NT, which not only pretty fun to fight but also give each summon a new unique ability and some special quirk, maybe they should start utilize that for the summon in the standard game. Like Ifrit Frame that can draining HP, Rumble Lightning Stone thingy, Leviathan debuff in her attack, and so on. It can certainly add some uniqueness to all the summon as well. Other tiny property that makes Shiva a bit better than other summons is knock up. Summon attack usually either knock players straight up or diagonally up. In most cases, the former is a lot better than the latter, due to one factor: summon combo. Following the attack after the hit that deal a crap ton of bravery damage is extremely powerful, since if your attack also deal bravery damage, it's almost guaranteed break. It's not easy to do obviously, you either have to be way above the opponent before they get knocked. Unless you have something like rising attack, vertical AoE attack, or meteor type of attack that can actually guarantee the hit. For some attack that knocking diagonally will be hell of a lot harder to combo with. If any of you can actually combo with that, then you're freaking god. Now all final summon attack will knock opponents straight up, so there's not much different there. But the only 2 summon that both of their normal attack knock straight up are Ramu and yep, Shiva. And lastly, for her final attack, the Diamond Dust. It's probably the best final summon attack in terms of combo as well. Not the easiest to hit though. I think Odin and Leviathan is a bit harder to dodge for one particular players, well depend on the luck at least. And Ramu Judgment Bolt is definitely harder to get out for everyone. And for Diamond Dust, if you just walk and dodge it correctly in any direction, you can dodge that no problem. But here's the thing, Diamond Dust leave a clear signal for the team that using her to keep up a pressure with either tandem attack or some crowd control like Enfeeble or Binga. And a few second freezing time before a big explosion are perfect for summon combo that you don't even need to consider anything about knock up if you're fast enough. Just any bravery attack with multi-hit will do a trick. Overall, while not too different from other summon attack aside from Ice Trap, Shiva had the best selection of attack for comboing, which is a thing that high level play will utilize a lot. But let's get to the real meat of this and talk about what I think is actually ridiculous about her. Summon buffs. Each of the summon buff has a clear focus on one aspect. Ifrit for bravery attack heavy character, Ramu and Leviathan for buffs and debuffs respectively, Odin for speed, Alexander for defense, and Bahamut for exclusive EX skill. In Shiva case, she focused on bravery, or as it's supposed to be, HP attack centric character. There's nothing wrong with that, but here's the problem. Most of these are not exactly equal. Most of the summon has at least that one buff that either doesn't do much or situational. For example, Ifrit post-summon buff is a plain damage buff, which is always good, but his pre-summon buff increased God-based capability, which can be really good for keeping pressure on enemy if you're a melee character, or even for some ranged character. But if opponent doesn't block, or hell if they hold themselves long enough for their teammate to stop the pressure or dodge out of it, then it doesn't really matter. Though for E3 it's not really that good of an example, some summon I would say have a really inconsequential buff like Ramu and Leviathan. Their post-summon buff increased buff or debuff duration by only a little. It's even worse that you need to have EX skill that has a buff or debuff with duration to begin with. In some extension, Bahamut buff as well, but even more situational since his buff only applied to exclusive EX skill. And let's just say that Odin's speed and dash buff is so small that you barely feel any different. Shiva, however, both buffs are not only good but also consistently useful. Her pre-summon buff increased bravery recover by 500%. Yep, 6 times faster. But what the hell is bravery recover then? Well, it's basically how fast bravery goes back to the base bravery when you either land HP attack or break. How does this benefit players? Well, quite a bit, but in a lot of situations really. When landing HP attack, you get to base bravery faster even when you hit with high bravery. This means 2 things. 1, the window for enemy to instant break you will be way smaller, so you're less likely to break. And 2, the time you have to spend in broken state, you know, the state that you deal 0 damage, will be a lot smaller as well. Which means it doesn't matter whether you're good or bad, it's gonna benefit you either way. And hey, in one match you're gonna get break a couple times and you're gonna land HP attack eventually. But to be specific, it's benefit HP spammer the most. There's some occasion where it can backfire though, like sometimes bravery recover too fast and then Vanguard with Mighty Strike just break you twice in a few seconds. But those are not compared to many benefits this buff gives you. Honestly, if you ask me, this bravery recover buff should only apply to either landing HP attack or for broken state. On the pre-summon buff doesn't have this much benefit, so why she won't get too much then? So what about her post-summon buff? Well, it's also good in many situations. It increases your base bravery by 300. Translation, you get free bravery every time you land HP attack or getting break. And higher base bravery? Man, this is so good. Spamming HP attack, more damage. Getting hit? Don't worry, higher base bravery equal harder to break. Not spamming HP attack but play like competent player? Still get free 300 braveries. And once again, it can somewhat backfire since higher initial bravery can also mean opponent can get higher damage on you. But getting 300 bravery from every HP attack land, which if you compare to Ifrit post-summon buff that increased bravery damage, you need to at least land 2 full bravery attack to even get that around 300 bravery. Though I don't take damage scaling to the account for this case. If I want to nerf this, I guess either lower base bravery buff or only get 300 bravery when landing HP attack and not when getting break. And the last thing that might also be the reason is that you can't really get bravery recover and base bravery increase from everywhere else aside from Shiva. If it attack buff, well, you can get damage buff from Mighty Strike, and quite a number of characters also have that. Odin dash speed and duration, well, a lot of characters have speed buff and most of them are quite the same or even better. Ramu, Leviathan, Bahamut cooldown reduction? Oh please, this guy has it. The closest thing to Shiva buff that any character have is Buzz Mystic Knight, the buff that increases 200 base bravery, which to be honest, Buzz has a buff for literally everything, so that doesn't say much. Overall, these 2 useful buffs combined with easy to combo attack, and you know, being hot yet cold at the same time, if you know what I mean, makes Shiva a pocket summon waifu for a lot of players, newbies and pros alike. And that's about it. My wish is that they tone her down a bit or maybe tone everyone else a lot. At least make different summon being more useful for different team comp. It's a lot better than seeing one summon on all the time. Hell, even Japanese player already getting sick of her. Anyway, for right now, it doesn't matter which summon you use, just know their benefit and use them accordingly. I'm 2Basicer, and may the light speed your fidget lancer. Guess only Warrior Blight player can understand that joke.